Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry, back at it again with another video. And today I want to talk about how much I dislike this whole anonymous sources type of thing that has been running rampant in games media for eons. It's not anything that's uncommon. We see this in mainstream media, and so of course we will see this in games media and any other form of media, sports media, whatnot, of the anonymous source, people who would like to remain unnamed, who come forth with certain informations that could be detrimental to speaking in a gaming sense, it could be detrimental to the gaming studio, publisher, what have you. And this is a thing that I've become increasingly annoyed with this generation. We have a lot of individuals who will pop up. I got my source this, my source that. I got a guy here who says this. And when it comes time for these things to have been said by this unnamed person, but when it comes times for these things to have come to fruition, or situations to come to light, and it does not happen, these bloggers or journalists, quote unquote, like to then place the blame back upon the source. And what I've come to the understanding of, which may not be true, this is just me, I'm not saying this is the case 100% of the time, but it comes off as a very convenient excuse. It's not me, it was the source. It's not me, it was this guy. It wasn't my prediction. I was just relaying the information I was told. So the blogger or journalist is able to escape all blame, escape all negativity, because it wasn't them. It wasn't their information. I find it to be extremely convenient as an excuse, which also led me to then speculate that, maybe there is no source. Maybe these unnamed persons don't exist. It's just a vehicle for these people to get off their own speculations, their own opinions, how they feel, but there being a inside source automatically gives credibility to their opinions to people on the outside who are just looking at the news, who is just keeping up with the comings and goings in the gaming space. I seen some stuff this morning, and I also had a few words back and forth, not in a negative way, with the individual in a Discord I'm in, and I got these thoughts off, and they were like, well, a lot of the times the people will sign NDAs and whatnot, so they can't give their name, but they still want to let the information be known. And to that I agree with. Like I said, it may not be 100% of the time, whereas the person doesn't exist. There could be legitimate cases, and there are legitimate cases to where, look, I'm not trying to get fired, but this was going on. You know what I'm saying? I need this job. I'm trying to provide for my family, but look, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it ain't what it looked like over here. You know what I mean? Those are real situations. There are real situations, of course, but I'm just speaking to how I think or how I feel where this is abused. This situation is abused and used as a tool in order to get off a person's own bias takes, a person's own negative propaganda towards this brand or that brand, or this developer or that developer, or this game versus that game. You know what I mean? Because it can be very easily manipulated. Very easily, especially you got individuals who work at well-known established places, who have large followings. Because it's like, why? Because you would say, well, why would they lie? This business is credible. This outlet is credible. This platform is credible. Why would they lie? But what we have come to see this gen also is a lot of personalities who like to get their own biases across, and it comes to shine back on the platform or the outlet they work at, like the infamous IGN. You know, at this point, you can't really say that it's not biased toward Xbox, because a lot of the senior persons that work there are biased toward Xbox, and they make their own opinions known on the social media platforms. You know what I mean? But back to the sources situation, I'm just annoyed with it. I'm tired of it. Like, at this point, if a person isn't willing to put their name on it and stand on it, don't even bother me. Don't even put it out there into the ecosphere. I mean, the ethos. Why I say ecosphere, I don't know. But out into the ethos. Like, why are we giving attention to words uttered by somebody who may or may not exist? And if you're a creator and if that's just your opinion, just say it's just your opinion. Don't have to throw, well, I heard, or, well, like back when Hell Die was first popped off, people talking about they heard this. There's talks of it coming to Xbox. So why are we doing this? Why are we telling these lies? Oh, well, I heard. Stop. Why are we doing the he said, she said? I heard. I don't care what you heard. Tell me what you know. Don't tell me what you heard. I think it's irresponsible. That's what I think. It's an annoyance, because you can't trace back to the facts and put them in the idea machine and come up with a solution. You can't do it. You know, I like to go to, where is it coming from? You know what I mean? When people post a tweet and they take an excerpt out of an article and don't post the link to the whole article, it annoys me. It annoys me. Because another thing people like to do on internet is leave out context. They love leaving out the context. And if you're going to leave it out, at least explain it. But they'll have their own biased opinion. Then they'll clip out an excerpt that support that opinion, instead of breaking down the whole situation, showing the clip that aligns with whatever they think after they've broken out the whole situation, and then say what their opinion is. You know what I mean? Present an unbiased picture. Pull out whatever in that picture that supports your argument, and then say what you gotta say. I can't stand folk, man, represent stuff, man. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. And as I was saying, yeah, there are certain situations where people sign the paperwork and don't want to get fired, and, you know, still want to let people be known. I mean, let the people know what's going on. They might go to a Jason Schreier, who is probably the only legitimate, I'm blocked, by the way, but probably the only legitimate investigative journalist we have on the timeline. You know, you got all these other people claiming to be journalists. They don't go research nothing. They just put their opinions out. Then they wait. Hackers do work for them. They don't have anything substantial to say until the hackers do their work. Then they want to break down what the hackers put out. It's just it's fried. The whole situation is fried. Like, if you want to write an opinion piece, write an opinion piece. You don't have to toss that, oh, well, somebody on the inside. Stop. No, nobody on the inside told you this. Nobody told you. Like those situations where, you know, oh, yeah, well, I got a friend and they going through. No, you don't have a friend. The person who's going through the nonsense is you. No, we know it's you. Come on now. You being dishonest out the gate. Come on now. That grinds my gears. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand. You might say, well, how you know it's not? I don't 100% know. This is my opinion. And I'm saying it. It's my opinion. That it comes off as a convenient excuse. It comes off as a convenient vehicle to give credibility to your own opinions and speculations. Everybody ain't got sources, bro. And then these folk pop up with all these sources, who are just wrong all the time. Wrong all the time. Folks pop up here wrong for 2 years straight. On the third year they right, then talking about they want their flowers. No. There are no flowers. The flowers died 2 years ago. When what you said was supposed to have came to fruition and it didn't blossom. You don't get flowers 3 years later. So no, sir, Bob. Stop the madness. Pure plum craziness. I just wanted to get that off right quick. I ain't gonna keep you here too much longer. I will catch y'all in the next one.